.88 seconds. Charles Barkley. Johnson around his man, drives, he scores. Chambers scores over Mark Jackson. 6-point lead. Stoudemire scores. Opposite the answer. Rejected. What a defensive effort that time. And Crowder looking for the alley. He puts it down. He puts it down. Kevin Durant. Break it out here. With the long one, won't get it. Long rebound. Finds Booker. This is
Welcome in, Planeteers. Welcome in, welcome in. My name is Hamo. Jake's not with us this weekend, but that's fine. That's fine. We can do it. Got with me today my brother, as always, Kev. How you doing, Kev?
Hey, I am doing well. Welcome back, Planeteers, and hope you're joining us this morning, afternoon, midnight, wherever you are. Welcome to the show.
I see we've got a couple of Aussies in the
yeah.
chat there, man. Creepy crawly. I don't know what you're doing up at this time, mate. Go to bed. We have a special guest today. This is my good friend Hardev. Hardev is a Indian American and a massive Phoenix Suns fan. Hardev, say good day to the people.
Hello, everybody. Good morning from where I am.
Yeah, it's a little bit confusing with all the time differences there. JC in the chat too, from Suns Chile Suns. Beautiful to see you here too. So, this is an episode that I've been trying to get together for a while. Me and Hard have been speaking for quite some time. We met through the Aussie Suns fans, and his fandom is second to none. So, just give us a quick indication as how do you became a Suns fan, Hardev?
So in the early to mid 90s, basically, I just started watching basketball. I used to enjoy playing basketball in my late to middle school, early high school years. And anyway, so Michael Jordan was it, obviously, and then Magic and all those guys were, and then Barcelona Olympics. So 1993, 92, 93, summer of my senior year, we got Charles Barkley from the Philadelphia 76ers. After the Barcelona Olympics, Charles was traded to Phoenix for Andrew Lang, Tim Perry, and Jeff Hornacek. And that's when I was already watching with Kevin Johnson and Tom Chambers and Jeff Hornacek, and I was, with Cotton Fitzsimmons as the head coach, and Paul Westphal, I think, was assistant. And anyway, so kind of just grew from there. Now, once we got Charles and made that run, and unfortunately lost to the Bulls. Well, everybody lost to the Bulls in the 90s.
Everyone lost to the Bulls.
So it was cool to see MJ versus Charles, and that's just what did it for me. I was hooked. I was like, hey, I'm diehard, and it was kind of sad to see Charles get traded to Houston, but the Suns had already kind of established themselves as the fourth winningest franchise in the NBA at that point in time. Fourth, I think, highest winning percentage. And the arena was built, a new America West Arena. So they moved from that Coliseum, the Veterans Coliseum. So I would try to attend at least one or two games a year following once I got into college, and then I could afford tickets. But really just got hooked, and all the way through with now, obviously, with our current era with Booker and Durant. So my kids are into it. My mom loves watching the games with me, so she still watches the games with me. And I represent here. I'm in Minnesota right now, currently visiting my girlfriend, but she's even got a Phoenix Suns mug now, even though the Timberwolves are here. And I represent.
That's good, man. We need every fan we can get.
Absolutely. It's Suns all the way. And so that's basically when it started, was in the 90s, early 90s.
Yeah, long time fan. And I've seen you at a couple of games too. Not in
Mhm.
person, obviously, but I remember sitting there one time and I'm watching. I think it was a t-shirt toss or something like that. The gun. I'm like, God damn, that looks like Hardev's kid. And I
Yeah,
was like, and that looks like Hardev. There they
yeah,
are.
yeah. I happened to catch. Yeah, so at one game I caught a T-shirt for my son, and then another game I caught one of those little red the plastic basketballs for him. So that
Nice.
was pretty neat.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. All right. We may be joined here by Hardev's cousin Rambir from India. He hasn't appeared as of yet, so we're just going to jump straight in, guys.
But before you do, creepy
We'll look
crawler,
out. Yeah,
this is actually this class actually has like an anti-rad because I spent so much time in the front of a computer. So
go.
I'm glad that you're that's your impression though. Thank you.
Is that it? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All
By the
right.
way, I want to welcome back our producer Josh, who's driving this
Yes,
week.
of course. Yeah, the producer of the stars makes myself look very good. Um, but yeah, no, Josh is amazing, and we definitely notice when he's not here. Trust me. Um, all right. So first of all, I just want to put out a bit of a hypothetical there to Sun's Planet, and we got a few people in the chat. Cheesy McShuttlenuts, Canada. All right, cool. We'll talk about that later, man. Um, so with the signing of Tyus Jones and the completely selfless act that he put forward to take the the vet minimum to come on to Phoenix, could we possibly see a scenario in where Bradley Beal decides to do the same kind of thing, re-sign for maybe less money, but mainly waive that NTC, the no trade clause? And I want to start with Hardev first because you're our guest. So hypothetically, do you think that's a scenario that may happen sometime in the near future?
So I think Ishbia is very aggressive, obviously, and I think if anybody could do it, he could find a way of maybe having convincing Bradley Beal into the no trade clause and somehow getting, and I don't know, a future pick or whatever out of it, but definitely with Tyus Jones signing, for that minimum, it's really now I think established Phoenix as a destination with KD and Book being on Team USA. So I think, yeah, I mean, we're heading. I think potentially. I mean, it's already a landing spot. I think for a lot of free agents. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
definitely,
but
definitely.
I would like to see. I know we obviously underachieved and Beal just was hurt most of the year last year, and I think if he comes off the bench or somehow figure out a way where Booker isn't um, or playing point Book position, then it could be a good start for for I think, like I said, with Ishbia's knowledge of the game and also his aggressive push, I think we could probably make it happen.
Yeah, and you see Cheesy saying in the chat there that it wasn't selfless, no one else wanted to pay Tyus, but I don't know, I think that's a little bit tongue in cheek too.
Mm.
Um, but I do believe this is, it may start a bit of a trend with Tyus Jones sort of, just doing the right thing, putting pride aside, putting ego aside, and doing the right thing for the right job. So I don't know, Kev. What are your thoughts on the scenario, man?
I think it's very possible, especially if we have like a winning season this year. I think that's a very much possibility. I think what's important here is that they renegotiate and waive that NTC, that stupid NTC.
That's the
Um,
that's the problem.
that's the because that's really the issue. Um, so I think it's very much possible that they do that. Like I said, if the Suns have a winning season, shout out to Foida, who's here in the chat.
Podcast
Um,
royalty in the
yep.
house. Yes, sir.
uh, yeah. So that's just my thought of it. Tyus Jones, like I said in the previous pod, that's a very good plus, and it's I'd have to disagree with Cheesy over there with his chat. I think there were like a couple of teams that's willing to pay Jones more. And like I said before, it was a win-win situation. You come into to a great team with a starting potential, um, and definitely put your bet on yourself, and then um, put a lot of value in yourself um, heading into the next free agency. So that's what I think of it. So it's a win-win
Yeah.
situation for both. Yeah.
And like, you can see it in our ticker there for the video lookers, video watchers, sorry, video lookers. um, Coming off the bench, and a lot of social commenters have said you're not paying 50 million to someone to come off the bench, and I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Um, will there be scenarios where maybe not come off the bench but spend more time on the bench, this and that? We got so much firepower, so much offense at the moment. There's going to be times, and hey, look, knock on wood, but he'll probably go down at some stage during the season anyway. So,
Yeah,
um,
but I think we're seeing like because if we're gonna run that three guard lineup, uh, we're definitely gonna see Devin Booker as a three, as we're seeing now in the Olympics. So that's just my take of it.
yeah, we'll get more to the overall roster later on in the pod, I reckon. But yeah. So look, this is an ideal scenario, isn't it? That Bradley Beal would be willing to do the selfless thing, accept more money, re-sign under better conditions, better contract that works in favor for us, basically. I mean, that's what we want, isn't it?
Yeah.
The contract can't get much better for himself. So yeah, it's a little bit of a hypothetical. You know, personally, yeah, I probably don't think it's going to happen, but it's a really cool thought to entertain. Um, and it could solve a lot of our problems. It really could. But anyway, we're moving on. Um, Guys, Team USA, they're going to be playing in just over 3 hours, I believe. Our guys, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, are just absolutely slaying the Olympics at the moment. Um, what's stood out to you, Hardev, in this Olympic campaign for Team USA?
Definitely with Book getting the minutes he's been getting, being able to start is impressive, and he's doing it in a fashion where it's actually I mean, he's contributing obviously, and just to see that him in the spotlight, so to speak, I mean, that's a huge for Steve Kerr to play Book as much as he has, and I know there's some people bitter about Jason Tatum and whatnot or whatever, but no, I think this is his time to shine, and he's proving it. And then obviously KD's KD, right? So Kevin Durant, I mean,
He's the
that's
greatest Olympic men's basketballer,
yeah,
um, for America now. He is Captain America.
yeah.
Yeah. Kev,
So
what have you been looking at the Olympics this year?
Well, right now I'm just enjoying the love that Devin Booker gets from from his former well, right now the or prior to this Olympics, his millions of haters. So I just love that. I'm just soaking it all up. I'm not sure about him if he's soaking that up or if he even cares, but uh, yeah, I'm just enjoying the love and the Reddit stuff that Voida and Lissy from their podcast or Suns Jam read I went over to the subreddit, and
Their
yeah,
subreddit
I
stakeout
yeah
is next
I
level,
I
man. It's
enjoyed
so good.
I enjoyed the comments over there and on Twitter in general. But there are still some people who questions why Steve Kerr continues to start him, and fuck on
Yeah,
their
well,
face.
if you heard the internet today, apparently LeBron was saying it to KD in that really bad recording. But you mentioned Voider and Sons Jam, guys. If you haven't checked it out, obviously you would have. But if you haven't, check out Sons Jam Session podcast with Dark Voider and Matthew
Right.
Lissy. It's the OG podcast, the original after game podcast that everyone's copied and tried to copy, including myself.
Right, and I just want to
Uh,
echo as well what Hardev said. Kevin Durant is just being Kevin Durant uh, these Olympics, and I'm glad he's
Yeah,
starting
all the Twitter
for
stuff and
today.
that too is just
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah,
So we're gonna
yeah,
we're gonna run or Team USA is gonna run two Suns, and they're starting lineup today. Then LeBron, Joel, and Steph.
yeah.
So this is more.
Which is
I think this is like the future Phoenix Suns, don't you think?
yeah.
I'm kidding.
Well, look, and that's one of the things we're gonna get into here. I mean, you both said the world is sort of sitting up and taking notice of Devin Booker now. And the national people, we're used to it. We know how great this cat is, but the
I
rest of the
think
world is finally starting to clue onto it.
I think
And
the national guys have sorry to cut you off there, mate.
no, you're right,
Uh,
bro.
but I think the national guys have noticed Devin Booker's, but it's just pure like hateful narrative stuff that we've been hearing. So now it's refreshing to like hear or see like positive narrative about Devin Booker.
Yeah, no, definitely. But it's it, it's like when you've been a fan of a band for a really long time, and then they get famous for one shit song kind of thing, and then everyone's like, "Oh, I love that band. I've loved them all the time." It's like, motherfucker, no, you haven't. You know what I mean? He's our guy. He's been that way this whole time. You're only just now noticing. Go fuck yourself. But
Yeah, you're correct there.
with the national attention that Devin Booker, I mean, KD always gets national attention. If he doesn't, he finds a way to get national attention, as we've seen in the last 24 to 48 hours on Twitter. Um, with the national attention that Devin Booker and KD are getting, and the Phoenix Suns getting by proxy, do you think this performance is going to start to bring other people wanting to come to the Valley? I mean, this sort of goes hand in hand with the first topic we had about the selfless act of Tyus Jones signing for a lot less. Hardev, do you think that these performances by Booker and KD are going to make people more interested to come to the Valley than they would have been previously?
Yeah, and this kind of goes back a couple of years, but with the departure of Chris Paul, it just showed that now Phoenix is definitely a place that a lot of these players want to come because of Booker. I mean, we got Chris Paul and made a run to the finals, right? So I think now it's established. So yeah, with Kevin Durant and who knows going forward, like a lot of these guys. I mean, they're enjoying Anthony Edwards is made mention of how much obviously he's a big fan of Kevin Durant, right? That's KD's his guy. And I was
Yep.
joking with one of my Minnesota partners here. He's like, I said, hey, it's confirmed Anthony Edwards to the Suns. It's like, hey, you never
Oh
know.
yeah, we could only hope. And look, let's welcome in Rambeer. How are you, my friend?
I'm very good. I'm very good, sir. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Very good to have you on board. We've already done a quick introduction with Hardev. Just give us a brief breakdown about yourself, mate, and how you become a Suns fan.
I'm sorry. See, is a little bit confusion for the pronunciation. So this is my first
That's
time.
probably my
I'm
accent.
talking.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, accent. Yeah, sorry, accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, accent. So Maybe
So
my
how
brother
did
will
how
help
did
me.
you? Yeah, sure. How did you become a Suns fan?
See,
He's not very into as far as sports. He and I had a conversation in terms of the sporting events. He likes cricket, and in India, cricket's obviously a big World Cup, Pakistan, and but in terms of basketball, he hasn't really had that much experience watching basketball or being a Suns fan. So that's where I came in. I represent the Phoenix Suns side of it, and he's representing like the India.
Excellent.
Answer some questions about that, but
Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, well, that's fine. But welcome, Rambeer. Very nice to have you here, mate. So we're just talking about the Team USA in the basketball at the moment. So Anthony Edwards, you were just talking about hard Ev, like that is incredible. But I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I mean, Bradley Beal, straight swap maybe, but that's about it. Kev, do you see anyone coming over from what we're seeing at Team USA? Do you think they're going to be bringing in any recruits, so
I
to
do think
speak?
it's possible. Sorry, excuse me. I do think it's possible, but Beal has to like waive that NTC because none of that's gonna happen if it's gonna be a trade. And obviously, I don't think anyone with in the Team USA with that kind of stature would be willing to take any less money. So it will probably be if we're doing names, there are a few names that I think would come play with Booker or even Durant if he's still there, or if he's still with the Suns. I think Joel Embiid and Devin Booker. I think they are friends. I think they are close, and we could see some type of chemistry between them. I believe last game two or three assists coming from Booker, or two or three possessions where Booker passed to Joel Embiid, and Embiid actually scored on a three and a few in the paint. So I think Joel Embiid certainly is a candidate. I'm thinking as well, maybe in a much later scenario where there's a world that Steph Curry is in a Suns jersey. But that's just me hoping. Um,
I would much rather Steph Curry or even Seth Curry again than Joel Embiid, man. I'm sorry, I don't handle that cat. He just, I don't know, man. I don't know. He's just strange.
I mean,
There's
Joel
something about him.
Embiid's style of play, it's not something that you want to see. Really, if you're a fan of the game and you love spontaneous basketball,
No
it's not.
kids are out there in the
It's not.
playground yelling Embiid.
But he does have some superstar value in him.
Yeah,
So what matters
definitely.
most is the winning contributions. If it's ugly, then fuck it. It's ugly. As long as you win.
It's nice to hear you swear for a change, mate.
I don't know. I'm showing my true colors.
Yeah, definitely. You must be getting thirsty. I'm getting a little bit thirsty myself. So Rambeer and Hardev, what would I like to do right now is invite you to our club. You get VIP access to the Boom Boom Room. Let's go.
What's the name of that nightclub of yours again?
You talking about the Boom Boom Room?
Yeah, the Boom Boom Room. That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
So as you can see, Luca is not allowed in the club, but Luca's mum is. So yeah, the Boom Boom Room's just somewhere where we like to go to get a little bit more less formal than what we already are on the pod, and try to get to know our guests a little bit closer. So obviously, Hardevs, you're going to be speaking more towards the basketball side of things, but in terms of NBA fandom in India, obviously cricket, soccer, are more popular. But what's the fandomship from your experience like in India at the moment?
Well, we mentioned the two athletes that were drafted, the first Indian-born athletes that were drafted in the NBA, Sim Bular in was it 2005 or 2000? Can't remember the
2015.
And then Satnam Singh. Netflix did a special documentary, One in a Billion. So
That's
he's
right,
actually from
yes.
my hometown, Ludhiana, but Punjabi and being Indian born. I mean, he's drafted, I think 53rd or something like that in the final round of the NBA draft by the Dallas Mavericks by Mark Cuban, and so that speaks to a lot of the volumes and the reach for an athlete coming from Punjab, India. That like literally they say in the documentary, 1 in a billion for him to make it to that stature, and that's
Oh, definitely.
kudos to Mark Cuban for recognizing that talent, right? So and then having that reach.
Oh yeah. I mean, the basketball is becoming more and more of a global sport. Not as popular as soccer, football, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's incredible to see that a lot of different nationalities are been able to come over to the NBA. Like we look at pretty much all of our guests on this pod, Kevin. We've had a superstar from almost every country, or a star from almost every country, from every guest that we've had on. So it's really good to see that the culture is being passed over. The sport culture is being passed over worldwide. But Ramby might be able to actually answer the next couple of questions I have here. So, where would be the best place to visit? So, me and Kevin are coming over to India to say good day. Where would be the best places to visit in India at the moment?
The Golden Temple, Amritsar, the holy place for Sikhs, is the best place if you want to visit India. The Golden Temple, I'm sure you have heard about it.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing some visuals on the screen right now. It's very beautiful. Massive structures. It's cheesy. Stop it.
Yes.
Yeah, see that is just beautiful, man. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
The Taj Mahal. Sorry for the quiet for the audio listeners there, but I'm just being taken away by the visuals put together by our producer Josh here. It's absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. So what would the every country that we spoke to, we ask about the cuisine and so forth. So what would be the national drink of India? National drink.
Sorry?
So what would be the Indian drink? What is
Indian
the main
drink,
drink
yeah,
that
okay,
all Indian people have?
It is the buttermilk.
Mm-hmm.
Buttermilk.
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 We Indian calls, in local language, lassi. It's
Mango
a sweet
lassi.
buttermilk. Yeah.
Okay, so explain to me a little bit more what exactly. I mean, is it exactly what it sounds? Buttermilk.
Yeah, buttermilk. In local language, we used to say lassi.
Yeah. Okay.
LASSI. Lassi.
And what does this sort of taste like, Hardev? Is it
It's kind of
just buttermilk?
Yeah, sweet.
Tastes like milk, but you can have it flavored with mangoes and different fruits.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, I
Exactly.
do
Yeah.
like mango. I do like mango. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, obviously, if you're going to have something to drink, you got to have something to eat as well. So, what would be if we're coming to India, what would be the number one food that you would recommend for us to try?
If you are vegetarian, so in snacks you can have chole bhature, chole samosa. In English, I think it is called
Chickpeas.
chickpeas and chickpeas with fillets. Uh, yeah, and
Potatoes.
the special kind of fried bread which you can
Oh,
have
nice,
with the chickpeas.
nice. I do like a good
Yeah,
chickpea.
that
I
is
do like a
the
good chickpea.
famous one. Yeah, famous one.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
what
If you are non-vegetarian, you can have butter chicken, chicken tikka masala,
Yes.
chicken kebab, chicken tandoori, chicken fry. Yani, a lot of chicken items.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, chicken's good. I
Yeah.
remember at
Very
one
very good.
stage I was living in Canberra, in Australia's nation's capital, and I lived on top in a high-rise building. Lived on top of a Indian takeaway place and a pizza place. And my lord, it was so hard to come home at the end of the day and just smell all this food and try not to go down and pay for food when I had food in the house. Some of it just is absolutely amazing,
Yeah.
amazing smelling. My missus is a massive Indian fan when it comes to the
Yes.
food as well. So yeah, it's quite a staple here in the Hamilton household.
Very
yeah.
But
spicy.
Oh.
For me, every time that we do, we plan on getting Indian food. It's always biryani. Uh,
Biryani. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
we love a beef. We love a chicken and beef biryanis.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes. Yes. Yes.
The
Yeah.
rice.
That is also famous. Yes. Chicken biryani, mutton biryani. Very
yeah,
delicious.
absolutely. Yeah.
definitely got some amazing flavors coming out of the lovely country of India over there.
Right.
Definitely.
It's so
So I've got
spicy though.
oh yeah. I've got a couple of questions here and there. If my accent doesn't come through, hopefully, Hardev, you can put this through for us.
Hmm.
And I hope I pronounce this right too. But Ludhiana.
Ludhiana.
Yep.
Yes.
So it's right in the middle of the hub of industry and agriculture, including even
Yeah.
the esteemed University of Agriculture in the city. So how does the rural life, the country life, compare to life in the city?
Life in the city. Okay. Yeah, brother, you are speaking, or I have to answer.
Nick, Matt, I was going to translate for him, but the Ludhiana, the Pachadana, we could with the city, the life at the village, to get on the.
ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਲਾਈਫ ਆ ਦੇਖੋ ਵਿਲੇਜਰਸ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਅਰਲੀ ਉੱਠਦੇ ਆ ਗਾਵਾਂ ਮੱਝਾਂ ਦਾ ਦੁੱਧ ਕੱਢਦੇ ਆ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਸਿਟੀ 'ਚ ਵੇਚਣ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਫਿਰ ਹਲਵਾਈ ਉਸ ਦੁੱਧ ਦਾ ਪਨੀਰ ਬਣਾਉਂਦਾ ਪਨੀਰ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਵੇਚਦਾ ਐਂਡ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਹੋਰ ਕਈ ਕੰਮ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀਲਿਸਟ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਸਵੇਰੇ 9 to 5 ਉਹ ਆਪਣਾ ਆਫਿਸ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਭ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਠੇਕਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਖਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਪੀਂਦੇ ਆ ਸ਼ਰਾਬਾਂ ਪੀਂਦੇ ਆ ਇੰਜੋਏ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ
So basically, the
ਇਹੀ ਦੱਸੋ
villagers. Yeah, he's saying so. The villagers rise early to rise in the AM. So like milking cows and a lot of farmland in terms of agriculture. So basically, a lot of it's done by hand. So there isn't
Yeah.
resources available. So everybody gets up early, and the farmers they tend to their animals, livestock, and then the city, there's 9 to 5 jobs. There's actually, offices, people go into buildings. So it just depends on the arena that you're in. So it's industrious in some areas, and then mostly agricultural in the village. Like Ludhiana is primarily more of a farming neighborhood or farming town. So I went there in 2003. So I remember 20 years ago. Visit my grandmother, his 94-year-old grandmother in the village. We stayed there.
Wow.
So yeah, it's very people wake
history.
up. Yeah,
Lot of history.
But definitely, farming is a huge part of it.
And for those people who are listening along, our producer has just put up a fun fact that the region of Punjabi grows enough food to feed 2% of the world's population, which is just incredible when you think about that. That is just incredible, those numbers. But it, it sort of sounds, well, to me, it sounds similar to Australia. Kev, I'm pretty sure it's similar to yourself over there. You got some villages, you got some, then you've got your cities and that. One of the beautiful things about Australia is I can go 5 minutes that way and I'm at the beach. I can go 20 minutes that way and it might be snowing. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
It certainly is for us. We still have like regions in the Philippines that, their main livelihood comes from agriculture, which is funny because we import rice, but I don't want to get into governmental stuff anyway. But on the
You don't want
chat,
to get banned.
I see GOD3. Can we talk about Kabaddi? The World Cup is coming to
Geo.
Wolverhampton, and where he lives next year. So, Dev, you familiar with that?
Kabaddi,
Ball.
Sanju, Kabaddi, sports.
Kabaddi, main is Kabaddi. Then after Kho, I don't know what we call Kho in English.
Competition there.
Yes, Kho and Kabaddi is the main sports. And last but not the least, hockey.
So Kabaddi ball, from memory, is sort of it's kind of like football, but it's not.
Okay.
It's weird. How can you explain Kabaddi ball?
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not much of a rugby player, but if you're familiar with rugby and it's kind of like a mixture.
That's what I would call football. Sorry, mate. Yeah.
No, it's a mixture between like football, American football, sort of.
Yes.
And soccer. But then Kabaddi is more of it also, I think, wrestling. Your physical contact, hand to hand. Yeah, so
it's a really cool sport, man. I remember seeing a bit of it. It's really whacked out. It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome.
Is there like a ball?
There's a ball.
Rugby? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. YouTube it, mate. It exists. We're not making it up.
I'm just not familiar.
No, it's all good, bro. It's all good, bro.
Okay.
All right. So is there a big cultural difference between North and South India?
Yeah. So go ahead. North India the key difference is South India what's the
main difference food totally different. Food is totally different. The South Indian food and Punjabi food is totally different. South Indian people's made their food from coconut oil, and Punjabis ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਉਹ ਦੂਸਰਾ refined oil use ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਹਰੇਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਕੋਕੋਨਟ ਆਇਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਣਦੀ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਡਿਸ਼ਸ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਮਸਾਲੇ spices are really very special. Punjabi is totally different, and also language, South Indian language and Punjabi language, or ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਉਹ they looks dark in color. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਲਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ skin ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ dark Punjabi.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
That's the major difference. And ਉੱਥੇ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ they cannot speak Punjabi, not even Hindi properly. ਉੱਥੇ ਦੀ South Indian language ਬੋਲਦੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ direct into English.
We're just
So,
ripping on different parts of India here. Like, no, we're better than you. I love it. I love it. Controversy. It's what's the best.
I'm
So,
sorry.
I've got a question here from actually a viewer of ours who when we found out we were going to India wanted to ask questions. So, how would you describe relations with the Pakistanis in an area close to the Wagah border? And I hope I pronounced that right.
See, ਦੇਖੋ ਭਾਜੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕ ਆ ਹਰਦੇ ਭਾਜੀ
ਹਾਂ
ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਰਿਲੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਕਾਫੀ ਅੱਛੇ ਬਟ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲ ਲੋਕ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਖਰਾਬ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੈਨੀਫਿਟ ਲਈ just they are spoiling our relations just because of political reasons otherwise agar tusi if you visit Pakistan as a Indian they treat you like brothers and sisters as a family same
Well,
in
that's
India
good. That's beautiful. That's good to hear. Yeah,
they are
that's
lovely
awesome.
people
So he's saying there's also a lot of politics, but otherwise, I mean, traditionally, yeah, I mean, you are embraced as a family member.
Yeah, that's nice to hear.
And that's what we're all about here at Sun's Planet, isn't it, Kev?
Yeah, that's great to hear.
We're just all here under the one orange and purple globe of the Phoenix Suns, baby, and that's what it's all about. Well, thank you,
I mean,
gentlemen, for coming into the Boom
that's
Boom Reelers. It's been a
oh,
pleasure.
I've got one
Hang on,
more
look out!
question.
Come on, Kev.
Yeah.
Come
So,
on. Hit me.
my mother-in-law, her boyfriend, I believe, is from India. So she watches a lot of like India movies from India in Netflix. And what I have noticed so far from the glimpses that I had is that every movie that she watches, there's dancing and singing.
Baseball player. But anyway, it's a good flick to check out if you want to learn a little bit more about India.
Yeah, the culture over there is just beautiful, man. I've seen a couple of Bollywood kind of films myself. Seen a few different. I'm a massive comic book fan, so I understand it's Pakistani. But what's happening with Miss Marvel, the young Pakistani girl growing up in New Jersey and whatnot, very Bollywood influenced, and one of my favorite movies ever. I know it's not Bollywood, but Life of Pi. That is just a visual sensation for the ages, man. That is just a really, really cool.
That was
really
directed
cool
and
movie.
produced, I think, Ang Lee.
But
Life of Pi is one of my favorites.
He did the first Incredible Hulk with Eric Bana. Which is probably the worst Hulk movie. But anyway, we're digressing away from what we're here for, guys. Apparently, we're Phoenix Suns fans.
Yes.
And we got absolute confirmation on our new coaching staff, which is incredible. Every single person on this coaching staff is either linked to the Milwaukee Bucks or linked to Mike Budenholzer or his time in the Spurs and this and that, and it's all together. It's all coming together for Suns fans, and like with all the coaching power. I mean, we've got one fella I know that is basically designed, or his forte is player development. So that's really good to know because we've got so many young stars at the moment young players coming through. Do you think that defense is still going to be a concern for us coming into this next season? Because we've got so many different coaches and stuff, that assistant coaches that are all very good at their specific roles. So, Hardev, do you think that defense is still going to be a concern for the Suns coming into this next season?
Actually, and no knock on Frank Vogel, but I don't think he was the right fit. But obviously, now moving in this direction, I think is the right direction with Coach Budenholzer, and with Brent Berry. I was reading through your list of names, and it's the experience that's coming, but that we have now.
There's a lot there, man.
Yeah. So with just that whole coaching staff, I think the players will buy into it if they haven't already immediately once training camp comes around, and I think it's going to be a different effort from the players that we didn't see last year. So I'm really excited and anxious to see, especially with the lineups that we have with a bench now. I mean, actually having a solid bench.
Yes.
So that coaching
Yeah.
staff is going to make the most of it, I think. So it's
Yeah. And for those who haven't heard, I'm going to list the names real quick. We've got Chad, and I may butcher some of these names. Sorry, guys. But we've got Chad Forcier. I don't know. He was part of the championship team of the Milwaukee Bucks with Budenholzer. Also part of the 2014 title win in San Antonio with Budenholzer. Dave Fizdale, we all know Fizz. He's returning. Vince Lagaza. He was an assistant under Budenholzer during the 2022-23 season. And he is the guy that is a player development coach. So he's the main guy that I'm looking at that's exciting in my eyes. We got Mike Hopkins. He's a college basketball coach, assistant coach, for Syracuse. And it's going to be important to have him as well because he's going to be able to transition the college players coming through into the NBA. And we got Brent Barry, like you said, Rick Barry's son, James Posey. Posey won a championship with the Heat and the Celtics as a player, and then title as an assistant coach on LeBron's 2016 Cavs. So we've got quite a good roster underneath us at the moment. So I'm pretty sure that we've got most of it locked down, don't we? We've got the defense sorted, the offense is sorted. Do you see any concerns at all with the roster at the moment there, Hardev?
We talked about it early on, but was the Bradley Beal contract is something we can separate from, but if not,
it's the same as a Nurk contract, man. We're stuck with it. I love Nurk. Don't get me wrong. I love Nurk 100%, but it's one of them things we're stuck with at the moment.
Yeah, and I think it's now with Tyus signing on, even a bigger bonus to have Grayson Allen come off the bench and plug in whatever 20 minutes a game or whatever it is, and kind of relieve that that offense that we need off the bench. So we're in good shape. I mean, on paper at least. So everybody's going to stay healthy, and hopefully, I think Budenholzer would figure out the minutes appropriate for KD, and not have him like put in 40 minutes a night or 35 minutes a night. You won't need to.
You shouldn't need to. Exactly right, man. You took the words out of my mouth. I'm very high on Coach Buds, whatever we want to call him. Have been for quite a while. And everything seems to be a little bit sort of storybook at the moment, where it's like, okay, Mike Budenholzer grew up in AZ and as a Suns fan, and then we're getting this piece growing up. Oh, I'm from Tai, Washington, Arizona native. We're getting these pieces that are falling together, and it's really cool. But did you manage to catch any of the Backyard podcast with D'Angelo Russell and Devin Booker when they were just playing golf?
No, I didn't.
I'll tell you what, it's on YouTube, right? I tweeted it out the other day. It's a must see for any Suns / Devin Booker fan, because I did not know that Devin Booker was 90% sure he was going to Miami on draft night.
Oh, I read that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was even looking for like places to
Yeah, he was.
like,
Wow.
Yeah.
get the
And
apartment.
the way he said it, it kind of rubbed me wrong. It's like, you wanted to go to Miami, did you?
Mm.
Kind of thing. Like, but it's just because Book doesn't speak. He doesn't
No.
speak to the media, and this is it's called the Backyard Podcast, guys. It's
Yeah.
D'Angelo Russell's podcast on YouTube. Folks, get out there and have a look, because
Hmm.
this is one of the only times you'll ever get to see Devin Walker's walls down at least a little bit, because he's talking to a close friend of his. They went through, college and stuff together at Kentucky. So it's a really, really good insight into the world of Devin Booker, guys. So I recommend checking that out. And then, Booker and his D Book ones, man. This is just incredible. We spoke last week about how he's hiding his shoes all over Paris. He's
Yep.
signing them. Well, he's went and sort of revealed the new ones, which I don't know if I'm too sold on right now. I'm going to try and get the graphic up here for you guys. Just bear with me a minute. But he's done a shoe based on the All-Star game based in Phoenix from 1995. And look at that. I managed to get the graphic up. God damn, I'm talented. Thank you, Josh. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on these shoes. The Book ones are probably the most comfortable shoe I've ever worn. For a casual shoe, for a basketball on the court kind of shoe, I wear KD 5 Elites. But in terms of the most comfortable shoe I've ever worn, the D Books are right up there. But let's start with Rambeer. What do you think about the colorway on this shoe, man?
Shoes color, Deepaji?
Yeah. Do you like the color? Changaya? Rang.
Color kada color.
Jutti the.
Jutti, I personally like black sport shoes, fully black.
Yeah, you'd be more of a Havens fan. Yep. Dev, what are you thinking about the ASG 1995s, man?
Yeah, I mean that's a throwback for me, so I actually like them.
It's right up your alley. I could see it straight away, man.
A
You got the
retro
smile
shoe.
going already.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Look, it is definitely retro, man, and
Yeah.
they're gonna sell like hotcakes, no doubt. But Kev, what do you think, man?
I mean, that's a gorgeous shoe from the look of it. But any Book ones that I can get my hands into, I wouldn't complain, because they're really
You're
hard to
supposed to
get.
put your feet in them, man, not your hands.
No, I mean, yeah.
Sorry, Kev. Come on.
But yeah, it's hard enough to get them over here. So any Book ones, I wouldn't complain.
Yeah, definitely. And look, the only ones that I have managed to get my hands on were good friend of mine, Stu.
Your feet, Hamo, not
No,
your
I
hands.
got my hands on them, and then I put my feet into them. Good friend of mine, Stu. I know you're not watching, but a good friend of mine, Stu, put me onto a competition, which I totally misunderstood the meaning of. I thought I was applying to win the shoe. Turns out I applied to win the right to buy the shoe. So
Totally two different things.
then it was a 2-hour trip north to Sydney, Darling Harbour in Sydney, with the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge, to pay $250 to buy a pair of books, and I've never worn them.
You've never worn them.
I put them on. That's how I know they're the most comfortable shoe I've ever worn. But yeah, no, those new ASG 1995s, mate, they're not too bad. I don't mind them. They're not something I'd wear personally. But but they're a nice shoe, man. They're a nice shoe.
I think if you're like just a normal person and you wear this, it's just for show off.
Oh yeah, totally. It's the look at me factor.
Yeah.
It's like my background behind me. You know, I'm not driving that to not be noticed.
But it's a beautiful shape. It's a beautiful shape.
It is. All right, so guys, we're going to start winding down here.
Yep.
Personally, I'm very excited for this coming Phoenix Suns season. I'm pretty sure we all are. Today's focus is more about USA and France. What are you thinking about the outcome of today's game, Hardev?
Definitely. I mean, this is it. This is the gold medal game. So I think this is where, the stars will shine for us, for Team USA. So,
You think USA is going to win?
I can't see any reason or any way. Steph Curry and LeBron, KD, Book, they're gonna bring it home. So it's I'm excited to watch it here in a couple hours myself. So yeah, it's
Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely. I think it's about 2.5 hours away at the moment. Yep.
Yep.
Rambeer, do you have any final comments? Anything you want to say to the people before we head back to watch the Olympics? Oh, we might have lost him.
Yeah, the internet's not that fast there.
Okay, no worries. We'll move on. Kev, Team USA facing France. Victor Wembanyama.
At the start of the tournament, I really thought that the only time that the U.S. can be beaten is that if their opponent shoots the lights off from beyond the three, and that happened. It almost happened, and they still pulled off the win. So I think they're gonna win this gold. So Serbia shot the lights out the last game and led as many as 15, right?
Didn't Kevin Durant let him know?
And Kevin Durant let them know. Steph Curry let them know. LeBron let them know. So I'm pretty sure that those three, if not all the guys, will show up today.
Yep.
So I'd expect a gold medal at the end of the day.
You know what? I reckon you're probably right. I think it's going to be a really good game.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting because this is sort of a test. This is a good opportunity for Team USA, a combined NBA player group, to see what Victor Wembanyama can do. Yeah. They all get to experience that at once and all get to work out how to try and stop it. So I'm pretty hyped. This is going to be good. It's going to be an exciting game. So we'll finish off here, and basically we've lost Rambeer, but I'll be passing on my thanks to him in the chat later on. Hardev, my man, this has been a long time coming, and I'm so glad to finally be able to talk Suns with you, brother.
Of course.
Thank you for coming on, and you've got VIP access to the Boom Boom room now, so you just let me know when you want to come back, mate, and you can come on and have a chat with it. I can't believe this, honestly. This is what, 4-5 years or something we've been talking before we've been able to do this. It's just awesome, man. Fucking love it.
Yes.
Hardev, if you want the people to talk Suns with you, this is a time to drop your Twitter handle. Tell the people if they want to chat to you where they can find you. If not a problem.
I believe I haven't used my Twitter handle very much, but it's at Hardev Virdi, HARDEV VIRDI. Just my first and last name.
Perfect. Kevin, tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah, you guys can find me at I'm Kevin PS. Again, no more sluts. But I am Kevin PS. If you want to reach out to me or you can follow me there, I'll follow back. No worries. And yeah, we'll do this again probably.
Oh,
Would we
Kevin.
have a pod next week?
Oh,
Well,
Kevin.
we can't say for now. But yeah,
Supposed
we
to be
thank.
PG.
I
Supposed
want to
to be
thank every.
PG.
I want to thank everyone in the chat. Thank you guys for dropping by and the Aussies earlier. Sacrificing their sleep to watch us. And yeah. Oh, you found me. Yeah, you did. Thank you guys so much for for watching this episode. And
Yeah, definitely, guys.
see you
We
more.
appreciate everyone coming in.
And I want to thank Dev as well.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Nice to
he's
meet
been
you, man.
awesome, man.
Yeah,
He's
you as
been
well.
awesome.
Go Suns.
Go Suns.
Guys, all you got to do is hit that like button. Then you hit the subscribe button. And what that does is let you know that our latest content is available. Doesn't cost anything. Just hit that. When we increase those numbers, then we are able to bring you further, more in-depth, real content because we are provided access to do such things. So, guys, go ahead, hit that like, hit that subscribe, share it around. My name is Hammer. You can find me at Sir Hammer on Twitter. Please head on over to Bright Side of the Sun to check out some of our writing. I dropped a piece this morning about our 4 7-foot reasons why we're okay at the center position. Am I right? Am I wrong? Read it and find out. But anyway, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much, Hardev. Thank you very much, Kev. Shout out quickly to Little Dev and Ariana. Peace. And Al McCoy, take us away.
Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stay with us as the Suns get set to shine here on their home court.
Here's Perry. Cigar Hurd. Here's the jump shot. Good! It's good!
Al McCoy with you courtside. Bumped up a three.
Shazam! He ties it. Hey, DA. Al and Tim up here.
Happy birthday!
Right. Yeah.
I know it's the moment. Happy birthday, baby!
Here's Cameron Payne out on top. Durant, three-pointer straight away.
Shazam!
I just want to take this opportunity to thank everyone in this arena this afternoon, to all of those that are watching and listening on radio and TV. Thank you for allowing me to tell the story of the Suns for 51 great years.
That pretty much wraps things up here. And for one last time, this is Al McCoy saying thanks for being there. Thanks for being with us tonight. And from the Footprint Center here in downtown Phoenix, we'll just say so long for now.